Good evening, everyone. I welcome you all in this platform that is One Mark Solution. And as you know, since last 3 months we are conducting regularly subjective webinars on this platform with the different subject experts of the different chapters. So today we are going to discuss about the chapter 15 of class 8 science, some natural phenomena. Previously we also have discussed chapter 1 to 9 for class 8 science subject. So now in this webinar we will discuss about the multiple choice questions, about the true false, about the match the column question, about the fill in the blank questions from chapter 15, that is some natural phenomena. And today, as you know that for every session, for every subject, we are having some special guest, special subject experts with us. Today we are having Madam Tina Philamin with us. Madam Tina, I welcome you all on. I welcome you on behalf of One Mark Solution and on behalf of all my viewers. Madam Tina Philamin is now residing in Ernakulam, Kerala, and she has worked 3 years in St. Joseph Public School, Manali Muku. It is also in Kerala, and Madam is having very good command over the science subject of class 6 to class 10. So today definitely we will have a very good session, and definitely the students, the teachers who have joined today's session definitely will be benefited from the expertise, experience, and knowledge of Madam Tina Philamin. So I would like to request all my viewers kindly subscribe the channel and stay tuned with us, because we are regularly conducting the webinars on this form for different subjects, for different classes, for different chapters. So not take much time. I would like to hand over to Madam Tina Philamin. Madam, please.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, One Mark Solution team, for giving me this opportunity to present or discuss about One Mark Solutions of Chapter 15, Some Natural Phenomena of Standard 8. So before going to that section, I would like to discuss about the natural phenomena, some natural phenomena that is happening in nature. So we all know that lightning, thunderstorms, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, all these are natural phenomena that is occurring frequently in our nature. And in this chapter, we are only discussing about natural phenomena like lightning and earthquakes. So you would have experienced this lightning during rainy season. Not only rainy seasons, during raining you are observing this lightning and thundering. And in this sessions, we are going to discuss about what are the precautions we are taking before lightning or in the time of during the time of lightning as well as earthquakes. So we are moving to the questioning section. Filling the blanks. The first section is filling the blanks, and the first question is the process of transferring of charge from a charged object to earth is called dash. That is, if some excess of the electric charge will pass through the electric circuit, then that will cause damage to what? That will cause damage to the electrical equipments as well as humans that is handling that electrical equipment. So the process of transferring that excess of the charge to the earth is called as earthing. And actually, what we are doing in earthing is that it is providing a path for a cold current to pass through the earth. That is, the process of transferring of charge from a charged object to earth is called earthing. So the answer is earthing. Then second one, the power of the earthquake is expressed in terms of a magnitude on a scale called dash. So we know that earthquake is a sudden shaking of the ground is caused by the passage of the seismic waves through the earth rocks. And we know that all the earthquakes will not have the same magnitude, it is of different magnitudes. So in order to measure the magnitudes of the earthquakes, Sir Charles Richter developed a scale called Richter scale in 1935. So The power of the earthquake is expressed in terms of a magnitude on a scale called Richter scale. Then third one, electrical charge can be transferred from a charged object to another through a dash. So we know that electrons are the charge carriers. So in the presence of if excess amount of the free electrons are present in metals and metallic conductors, that is metals are the good conductors of heat and electricity. So excess of the free electrons will be present in metal conductors. So the electric charge can be easily transferred from one object to another through a metal conductor. So the answer is metal conductor. Then next question of filling the blanks is the charge acquired by a glass rod when it is rubbed with silk earth dash. That is while rubbing, we know that while rubbing two objects, two types of charge are producing. And we are calling it as positive charge and negative charge. And which charge is acquired by a glass rod, whether it is positive charge or negative charge, we don't know. We don't know about the charge acquired by the glass rod. So we know that the work function of the glass rod is very much lesser than the silk. Therefore, the glass rod will lose the charge or lose the electrons easily than silk. Therefore, the glass rod, which object an object will release electrons will gain the positive charge, and the object will acquire electrons will give the negative charge. So the charge acquired by a glass rod when it is rubbed with silk is positive because glass is releasing electron. Then the fifth question is dash is provided in buildings to protect from any leakage of electrical shocks due to electric current. That is, in order to avoid the accidents related to any leakage of the electric currents, all the buildings are provided with some on the top. All the buildings are provided with some metals. That is, that metals will absorb that lightnings and it will send that signals to the or send that electrical excess electrical current to the ground. So the name of that device, the metal rod, is known as lightning conductors. That is, lightning conductors is provided in buildings to protect from electrical shocks due to any leakage of electric current. Then next question is sixth one, nitrogen fixation occurs during dash. So nitrogen fixation means it is a transfer of the atmospheric nitrogen into nitrogenous compounds or ammonia. That is known as what nitrogen fixation. So we know that in the atmosphere, nitrogen is present in molecular nitrogen. That is dinitrogen is present. And it is not very easy to break the bond between nitrogen because it is triply bonded. The nitrogen molecules are triply bonded. So during the process of the lightning, it is a chance for getting this broken of the nitrogen, and that may be converted, that may be easily taken by the plants as nitrogenous compounds. So nitrogen fixation occurs during the time of lightning. Then the seventh one, the crust and mantle is broken into pieces known as dash. So the earth crust, the earth layers, actually the earth is divided into four layers: the inner core, the outer core, the crust, and the mantle. So inner core is the innermost part of the earth, and outer core just above outer core is lying, and above that mantle is lying, and the topmost part is called what crust. So the crust and mantle is broken into pieces, which is known as tectonic plates. It is a chaotic question, higher order Indian question, not in the text. So the answer is tectonic plates. Then eighth one, when charges flow, they constitute dash. When charges flow, they constitute dash. And that is a static charges means while rubbing two objects, we can create static charges. But static, the peculiarity of the static charge, it is stationary, that it will not flow. When it will become flow, they will constitute electric current. That is, flowing charges will produce electric current. So when charges flow, they constitute electric current. So the answer is electric current. Then ninth one, the dash charge is collected near the upper edge of the clouds that leading to lightning. So before discussing about these questions, I would like to explain what is lightning is. That is, lightning is the accumulation of charges in the clouds. That is, positive charge is collected in the upper side of the clouds, and negative charge is collected in the lower side of the clouds. Because of the movements of this air currents and water droplets continuously, separation of charges will take place in the clouds. So when the magnitude of these charges will become higher, what will happen is that in between the positive charge and negative charge, air is there. So air, normally a not good conductor of electricity, that will pass the positive charge and negative charge to meet. So what will happen by meeting this positive and negative charges? Some sparks are produced, and we are seeing it as lightning. So normally, we know that the positive charge is collected near the upper edge of the clouds, that leading to lightning. So the answer is positive charge. Next question is the 10th question. Lightning strikes when two clouds with dash charges approach each other. So we discussed in the last slide that lightning will strike when two clouds with opposite charges approach each other, or we can tell it as unlike charges will approach each other, or we can tell another way that positive and negative charges approach each other. All are correct answers. So lightning strikes when two clouds with unlike charges approach each other, or positive charges approach each other, or positive or negative charges approach each other, or opposite charges approach each other. Then our next session is match the column. So in this, two columns are provided here. In first column, both the columns, we have five questions. Other five. The first one is unlike charges. Unlike charges means different charge or opposite charge. We know about two charges, that is positive charge and a negative charge. And what will happen when we draw close to this positive charge and negative charge? What will happen is that they will attract each other. So unlike charges can be matched with attracts of column 2. Then second one is insulators. And insulator, the peculiarity of the insulator is that it will not conduct heat and electricity because no free electrons is present in insulators. So it can be matched with plastics of column 2, as plastic is an insulator. Then third one is negative charge. So in this chapter we studied that electrons are the charge carriers and electrons possess negative charge. So it can be matched with E of column 2. That is, negative charge can be matched with E of column 2. Then fourth one is metals. And metals are the good conductors of heat and electricity. So the metals can be matched with conductors of column 2. Then fifth one is like charge. Like charge means equal charge, whether positive charge or negative charge. And what will happen if like charge come close to each other? They will repel each other. Therefore, the like charge can be matched with repel of column 2. Then next set of match the following is five questions is also providing here. First one is earthquake. Earthquake, we know that this is sudden shaking of earth is called what? Earthquake, or also we can tell that movements of the planes are called earthquake. So first question can be matched with C, movements of the planes. Then second one is lightning. So it can be matched, or the apt answer in column 2 is stay inside house. That is, during the time of lightning, it is very safe to stay inside our house. So it can be matched with E of column 2. Then seismograph. Seismograph, it is an instrument. So which instrument is that? It is used to record the waves on the surface of the earth so that we can measure the earthquakes. So seismograph is an instrument that record the waves of the surface of the earth. So it can be matched with D of column 2. Then fourth one is plates. Plates, that is the fragments of the outermost layer of the earth, we are calling that as plates. So it can be matched with A of column 2. Then the last one is electroscope. Electroscope is an instrument used to detect whether a body is charged or not. That is, to check whether a body is charged or not. That is, electroscope is an instrument used to check or detect the charge of a body, whether a body is charged or not. So next set of sections are multiple choice questions. The first question is, the scientists who show the phenomenon like lightning and spark produced from the clothes are the same. Four options are given here: Edward Jenner, Alexander Fleming, Louis Pasteur, and Benjamin Franklin. So it is Benjamin Franklin, an American scientist, who showed that the spark produced from the cloth and the phenomena like lightning are the same. So the answer is Benjamin Franklin. Next question is, an instrument used to record the waves produced on the surface of the earth. So we discussed that in Match the Following, that instrument used to record the waves produced on the surface of the earth. Four options is given here: pendulum bob, seismograph, ammeter, voltmeter. So the first one is pendulum bob. Pendulum bob, actually it is an instrument used to measure the acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity. And second one is seismograph. That instrument is used to record the waves produced on the surface of the earth. And when we are moving to C, ammeter is an instrument used to check the current of the substance, and voltmeter is used to measure the voltage of the substance. So the answer is seismograph. The next question is, the place that is safe during lightning and thunderstorm. So four options are given here: open vehicle, under tall trees, inside house, open space. So about four of these options, the most safest place during the time of lightning and thunderstorm is inside house. Open vehicle is not a safest place during lightning. Under tall trees is not safe place during lightning because that will attract tall trees. The lightning will attract tall trees. And open space is also a not safe place during the time of lightning and thunderstorm. So it is inside house that is safe during lightning and thunderstorm. Next question, which is not a natural phenomena. So we discussed about natural phenomena at the starting of the session. That is earthquakes, cyclones, lightnings. All these are natural phenomena, and earthing is a phenomena that is doing by the mankind to protect themselves from the effect of excess of the electric charge. So earthing is not a natural phenomenon. Fifth one is, in which direction does the shock waves produced by an earthquake travel? So all the waves can travel in all the waves. That is outside the earth, on the surface of the earth, inside the earth. And but the answer is both on the surface and inside the earth. That is, the shock waves can travel on the surface of the earth and inside the earth. It does not travel by outside the earth because it is producing inside the earth. So the answer is option D, both on the surface and inside the earth. The next question is, sparks can be seen on electric pole, which wires become what? Four options is given here: loose, tight, wrinkled, and none. So sparks can be seen. Sparks, we are commonly seeing the sparks when the wires become loose. That is, loose connection. Loose means the connection is being loose and gained frequently. So what will happen if that socket or that connection is loose means that the point of contact, the metal piece will be thrown away, and we can see that as sparks. So sparks can be seen on electric pole, which wires will become loose. So the answer is loose. When it will become tight, it is not a problem. While it become loose, some metal parts will be thrown away from that point of contact, so sparks can be seen on electric pole. The next question is, lightning occurs due to, definitely lightning occurs due to the electric discharge. Because lightning, we already discussed is that lightning is the accumulation of the positive and negative charges in the clouds, and when electric discharge faster, we can see the strikes in the clouds. Then eighth question, how many types of charges are gained by rubbing objects? We know that by rubbing, two types of charges are created here, positive charge and negative charge. So two types of charges are gained by rubbing two objects. That is static charges are two. That is positive charge and negative charge. So the answer is A, 2. Then next question of multiple choice question is, tsunami means what? Is it simply earthquake or flood, or is it earthquake under the sea? Yes, of course it is earthquake under the sea. And what a tsunami is, it is huge waves that is coming from the oceans. So when earthquake is taking place under the sea, huge waves will become, which is we are calling it as tsunami. So tsunami means earthquakes under the sea. Option C. Next question is, to protect tall buildings from the damage of the lightning, what can be done? So can we install many TV antennas there, or not to build tall buildings, or can we install lightning conductors there, or can I have a rooftop garden with tall trees? So what will protect the building from the damage of lightning? Only we want to install lightning conductors, then we can protect the building from the damage of lightning. So the answer is C, install lightning conductors. The 11th question, a major earthquake occurred on 26th January 2001 in which part of India? So, four states are given here: Kashmir, Maharashtra, Assam, and Gujarat. So, major earthquake occurred only on Urai and Bhuj, uh, not Maharashtra and Assam's major earthquakes did not occur till today. So, in Urai and Bhuj, some major earthquake occurred, and in Urai, it is occurred on 26th January 2001. It is occurred in Urai, it is occurred in 8th October 2005, and in Bhuj, it is occurred in 26th January 2001. So, the answer is Bhuj in Gujarat. The next question, static electricity means what? Static electricity means if you are rubbing two objects, then it will produce two types of charges. Equal and opposite charges are producing. So that what is static electricity means that the electrical charge reproduced by rubbing two objects is called static electricity. So the answer is C, electrical charge reproduced by rubbing two objects. The next question is, the uppermost layer of the earth is called what? So we know that Earth has four layers: inner core, outer core, mantle, and crust. So inner core is the innermost part. Above that, outer core is lying, and above that, mantle is lying, and the uppermost part of the Earth is called. We are calling it as crust. The answer is crust. 14th one. Name the resin which produces spark. So a resin which produces spark is gum is not a resin. Amber is a resin which produces spark. So the peculiarity of the amber is it is a fossilized resin, and which is important for their natural beauty and for their color, and it is very costly. So amber is a resin which produces spark. 15th one, lightning always follows what? Is lightning will always follows rainfall, a straight path, a thunder, or all of this? That is, lightning will always follow say thunder. Actually, this lightning during the time of the electrical discharge, the light waves, the light and sound is producing at the same time. But light waves has a peculiarity to travel speeder than the sound waves. So we are seeing light waves first. That is, we are seeing lightning first. Then after only we are hearing the thunder. So the answer is thunder. Next question is, the waves produced on the Earth's surface is called dash. So the waves produced on the Earth's surface is called. We discussed it about that seismic waves. It's a tremors. If some tremors on the Earth's surface is there, then seismic waves is the waves that is produced on the Earth's surface, and we can detect the seismic waves using seismographs. Then 17th one, amber is a what is amber is a metal, a rubber, a resin, or a sugar. So surely amber is a resin. It is a fossilized resin. 18th one, earthquake can cause what all? What are the effects of earthquake, or what are the causes of earthquakes? So after effects, earthquakes will happen. After that, flood will happen, landslides will be there, and tsunamis will be there. So all these are after effects of the earthquake, or all these can cause an earthquake. After the earthquake, flood will be there, landslides will be there, tsunamis will be there. So all of these are the effects of earthquake. 19th question. Destructive earthquakes have magnitude higher than dash on Richter scale. So, what is Richter scale, which indicates that it is indicating the magnitude of the earthquakes. So, we need, know that Richter scale is not a linear scale. Why? Because if earthquake is happening in two different places with a magnitude 2 and with a magnitude 1, this earthquake with a magnitude 2 will having 10 times greater destructive power than the magnitude 1 earthquake. That is why we are calling as Richter scale is not a linear scale. So, but destructive earthquakes will always have a magnitude will be greater than 7 on the Richter scale. That is, if it is greater than 7, it will be a destructive earthquakes. So the answer is 7. The next question, 20th question. If an object is rubbed with another object, the object will gain electrons, will become which charge will got. Whereas if an object is rubbed with another object, what will happen is uh, normally the electrons will be charged, electron will be transferred, or electron will gain by the two objects. That is, one object will gain electron, the other object will lose electron. So the object will gain electron will definitely will have a negative charge because electrons are the negative charge carriers. So if an object is rubbed with another object, the object will gain electrons will become negatively charged. So the answer is it will become negatively charged. Next one, which is the surest test of charge on a body. So the surest test of charge on a body, we can conduct it or we can explain it like that. If two objects with same charges approach each other, what will happen is that they will repel each other. Okay, and if objects with different charges will come each other, will come in close contact with each other, then what will happen is that they will attract each other. So, if there is another possibility of this attraction is that if a charged object is brought near an uncharged object or a neutral object, then there is also a chance for the attraction of between this neutral object and the charged object. So that is not a surest test for charge on a body. So repulsion is the surest test of charge on a body, so that we can detect whether the body is charged or not. That is, repulsion is the surest test of charge on a body. Next one, which one of the following can be charged with static electricity? So, static electricity is that while rubbing two objects, they will produce static electricity, and the conducting materials like metals and semiconductors will not allow the electrons to flow through. That is, they will hold the electrons, will not allow the electrons to flow. But the insulators like plastics, they by rubbing two plastics, they will easily allow the electrons to pass through, and they will easily produce a static electricity. The one which we can be charged by using static electricity is insulator. The next one is lightning is caused by accumulation of dash in the clouds. So So we know that we discussed earlier that lightning is caused by the accumulation of the positive and negative charges in the cloud. So the option is given here as charge. Um, the second one is charge. Is the answer of lightning is caused by the accumulation of charges in the clouds. Second one is the answer, charge. So we are moving to the next section, true and false. The first question in true and false is during earthquake, if you are at home, take shelter under a table. So is it a true statement or a false statement? Yes, definitely it is a true statement. That is, if you are at home, you want to take shelter under a table. Otherwise, that will the objects will damage your head. So you want to take shelter under a table. That is a true sentence. Then second one, lightning rod is a device used to secure tall buildings from the effect of lightning. Is lightning rod is a device used to secure tall buildings from the effect of lightning? Yes, definitely. Lightning rod is a device used to secure tall buildings from the effect of lightning. So that is a true sentence. Next one, an earthquake is a sudden shaking of the earth. Yes, what is actually earthquake is a sudden shaking of the earth that is seismic waves is producing during the time of earthing through the rocks. So an earthquake is a sudden shaking of the earth. It is a true sentence. The next question. People living in the seismic zones are safe during the time of earthquakes. So actually the seismic zones are very dangerous zones. That is earthquakes is most likely to occur in seismic zones, frequently occurring in seismic zones. So people living in the seismic zones are not safe during the time of earthquakes. It is a false sentence. So the answer is false. Fifth one, the lightning conductor provide easy route for the transfer of electric charge to the ground without harming the building. Definitely, the sentence is right. Lightning conductor will provide easy route for the transfer of the electric charge to ground without harming the building. We are installing lightning conductors to protect the building from the effect of lightning. So that is a true sentence. Sixth one, it is safer to use wired phone during thunderstorm. So during the time of thunderstorm and lightning, it is not safer to use wired phones, headset, or electrical appliances because that lightning waves will travel through these wires and that will cause damage or accidents to humans that are using them. So it is not safer to use wired phone during the time of thunderstorm. So it is a false sentence. Next one is carrying an umbrella is a good idea during thunderstorm. So actually, thunderstorm is an electrical discharge. So lightning will strike the umbrella and that will cause damage or accidents to humans that are using the umbrella. So it is a false sentence.
Uh, Thank you so much, madam. I think ma'am has disconnect from due to some reason. So we can wait for a minute for ma'am to joining again. Thank you so much, Ma'am Tina Philomin, and due to some technical issue, Madam Tina Philomin disconnected with us, and I hope very soon she will joining us. If not available to join, definitely the session will be wind up at. I think complete. We have completed all the questions. Only one or two questions left. That was the true false. One or two questions left in this session. So I'm sharing the feedback link for today's session in the live chat box. All viewers are requested to fill the feedback form and put the correct email ID so that you can get certificate for the session. Attendance certificate will be there for all the students who have attended and will fill the feedback form. I have already shared in the live chat box area. And I would like to thank Madam Tina Filamen for being with us and sparing her valuable time to joining and to sharing her views, sharing her knowledge and expertise with all the students for class 8, chapter 15, natural phenomena. Very soon we will be again with some new chapters, some new topics, and stay tuned with us. Kindly subscribe the channel if you have not subscribed the channel till yet. I have already shared the feedback link in the live chat box. Thank you so much. Thank you, one and all.